Cleveland stand. Athletic officials are seldom given the appreciation they deserve. They are given the responsibility and authority to enforce the rules of the game. The schools involved select officials, and most schools must agree to accept the officials prior to the start of the game. Please treat the officials with the same discipline or championship music.
got a bunch of soil in the truck, dead dogs, and he's just not ready to leave. But I'm going to stay at his house and I work to leave there.
Can you do my camera?
Steamboat Springs High School Athletics would like to thank the following sponsors: Alpine Fireplace and Appliance, Brooklyn's Pizzeria, Eye Care Specialties, Interiors with Altitude, Steamboat Select Insurance Group, UCL, Yampa Valley Electric Association, Service Master Cleaning and Restoration by Steam Express, EcoTrek Environmental Incorporated, Circle Wireless, Dwayne Scott, Edward Jones, Steamboat McDonald's, Smile Doctors Braces, Steamboat Sotheby's International Realty, Sweetwood Jerky Company, Cook Chevrolet, THBK Certified Public Accountants, and KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7. Go Sailors! Good sportsmanship is the attitude and behavior that exemplifies positive support for interscholastic athletics as well as for the individuals who participate in our programs. People involved in any facet of Western Slope League athletics are expected to demonstrate qualities that are characterized by fair play, integrity, ethical behavior, and respect. Emphasizing and improving the sportsmanship of our student athletes, coaches, parents, and staff is our highest priority. The schools of the WSL understand the role and responsibility we all have to model and teach good sportsmanship while keeping in mind that athletic participation is a learning experience for the student and that our programs are part of the educational process. The principals and athletic directors of the Western Slope League stand committed to hosting events which support the highest ideals of sportsmanship and educationally based athletics. KTYV Sports on FM 105.7 is your home for Steamboat Sailor Sports, and go to steamboatradio.com and click on the Sailors page for game schedules and broadcast times.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Steamboat Springs High School for today's matchup between visiting Glenwood Demons and your Steamboat Sailors. First, the non-starters for the visiting Demons. Number 3, Ziva Carew. Number 5, Casey Winder. Number 11, Kate Shanahan. Number 15, Aspen Spire. Number 22, Hadley Yellico. Non-starters for your Sailors. Number 11, Katie Lake. Number 21, JC Bay. Number 24, Daisy Wilson.
Check.
Number 4 for the Demons, Ella Church. Number 30 for the Sailors, Shelby White. Number 14 for the Demons, Natalia Taylor. Number 22 for the Sailors.
Welcome in, ladies.
Number 21 for the Demons.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lone Epstein live on the call.
Number 23 for the Demons, William Massey. And number 32
Check.
Rose Epstein. The Demons are coached by Rhonda Mosier and the Sailors by George Orr.
Welcome in, ladies and trying to fix some things here. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Lone Epstein, live on the call here at Kelly Meek Gymnasium, where your Steamboat Springs girls basketball team is getting set to take on the Demons of Glenwood. As the Glenwood Demons come into this one with a 17-3 record, and the Sailors girls come in with 8 wins on the year, trying to secure a playoff spot. As we get set at center court for tip-off, it's going to be Samantha Campbell, Sierra Harrison, Rose Epstein, Erica Simmons, and Shelby Weiss getting the start for your girls in white here tonight. Big game for the Sailors as they are coming off a win against Battle Mountain just a couple nights ago. They kept their playoff hopes alive. Glenwood Springs, though, the number 1 team in the conference, this is going to be a tough task for the Sailors. Last time these two faced off, it was a 30-point difference at the end of the game. Hopefully the Sailors can do something a little bit better this time around. They're going to win the tip-off, and right off the bat, it's going to be Shelby Weiss. Weiss is going to give this one over to Simmons. Now Sam Campbell. Finds Sierra Harrison, the senior. Sailors girls celebrated senior night on Thursday. Simmons at the top of the key. She's going to drive with her right hand. Space it into the corner. Puts up a shot. No good there off the back iron. Campbell's able to get the rebound. Dish it back out to Harrison. That one's off the glass. No good. Epstein on the board, and she just puts up a no-looker. Can't get that one to fall. Glenwood Springs is going to clean up along the boards and have their first offensive possession. Maddie Moser from the corner. Long 2 on the way. That one's going to be short. Sailors get it back. So, like I said, last time these two teams played in Glenwood Springs, it was a 30-point difference at the end of it. Maddie Moser had herself a game, 15 points in that one. Kenzie Winder also had 12. And the Sailors look to bounce back here tonight in this mid-Blues break game. And the first points of the ball game are going to come from Sam Campbell as she goes up and under the basket for 2. Sailors going to take a 2-0 lead. Here's Gracie Dietrich. Dietrich from 10 feet out. No good there. She misfires, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, and that one falls from Hadley Yellico. So Yellico evens it at 2. Stolen away by the Demons off the inbounds pass, and there's another one. That was Natalia Taylor catching the Sailors sleeping. Harrison now up the far side. Weiss for 3, buries it. Shelby Weiss gives the Sailors a 1-point lead, 5-4. Glenwood Springs trying to storm back. In the corner, it's Ella Johnson. Johnson's going to try to answer. That one rims out of bounds. Saved by Glenwood. Back out to Yellico. She'll step into one. No good there. And Erica Simmons, the junior point guard, having herself a great year. Epstein also getting the start, and her first bucket of the game comes from the baseline, 15 feet out. Rose Epstein has had some issues shooting the ball the past couple of games, and she looks to get hot there after making her second shot. So Epstein's 1 for 2 from the field. Missed shot there from the Demons. It's going to be worked down to Harrison. Inside, Epstein again. She'll try to duck under Yellico, and she'll get called for steps. So Epstein gets called for the travel, and now Glenwood Springs going to take it back. Natalia Taylor, stolen by Epstein. Inside to Campbell, back out to Rose. She'll drive in. She's fouled and she'll shoot too. So Rose Epstein drawing the contact. The junior, she's been getting minutes on this varsity squad since she was a freshman. And the Sailors girls having some words with Coach Ibarra now as Epstein gets set to take her free throws. Saturday afternoon game here at Kelly Meek Gymnasium. Epstein misses the first one. 7-4, the Sailors lead by 3. Final 2 games of the season will be on the road versus Rifle and Summit. Those games will be not next week, but the following. Epstein knocks home one of her 2 free throws. Make it 8-4 now. Natalia Taylor brings it up for the Demons. Glenwood wearing their all-red jerseys with black numbers, black lettering, and black piping down the sides. Here's Ella Johnson driving in, sends it into the corner. Here's another Demon girl driving in, and she can't get it to go. Sailors get the rebound, and they're out with it. Chugging up the court now. Simmons, top of the key, crossover dribble. She drives with her left. Pulls it back out. Gets Johnson dancing. Sends it into the corner. Shelby Weiss back out with it. Ball on a string as this one goes back to Simmons. Simmons, Campbell, Weiss. Back inside to Campbell, and the post-up pass is a little bit errant as that one goes out of bounds, and Glenwood Springs is going to take over. No, are they gonna say it was tipped? They will. So they say it was tipped by a Glenwood girl. It goes back with Steamboat, and now JC May rather is going to be inbounding it for the Sailors. May looks over, finds Campbell, over to Lake. Lake down low into the corner, finds Sierra Harrison. She got a lot of minutes last game on senior night. Harrison looks back door, finds Lake, and she drives the baseline for 2 more. 10-4, Sailors lead by 6. Glenwood working. Natalia Taylor to Ella Johnson. Ella Johnson in the corner. Bounce pass is going to be stolen by Katie Lake, and then she throws it out of bounds. And a substitution here. Kenzie Winder checks in for Ella Johnson. Taylor looks up, finds Moser. Moser's going to send it cross court. Now she'll get it back at the top of the key. Into the corner she goes, finds Taylor again. Epstein all over her. Moser and Taylor running the 2-man game. Taylor's going to post it and shoot it from 3. No good there. And now the ball's on the floor. Epstein comes away with it. So the Sailors get the loose ball. 10-4, they lead by 6. 3:15 to play in the first. May's going to drive in. Kicks it out to Harrison. Harrison's able to get it back. Dish it to Katie Lake. Lake at the top of the key. She runs off the screen. Lake with her left hand gives it back to Harrison. Wide open 10-footer, and she can't get it to go. Epstein on the second attempt, and that one won't be completed either, as the Sailors are going to have a word with Coach Ibarra thanks to a timeout called by the Demons. 10-4 on KTYV 105.7 and on the World Wide Web at SteamboatRadio.com. Want to say a quick shout out to some of our sponsors. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40. And Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop, where you always meet by accident. Russell's Auto Salon, call 879-1515. So the Sailors doing their due diligence on the offensive end of the court. So many times this season we've seen them have such a low scoring output, and so for them to get into the double digits in the first quarter of the game is a big thing. Coming out of the timeout now, once again, Lowe and Epstein live here on 105.7 KTYV and on the World Wide Web at SteamboatRadio.com. It's going to be the Demons inbounding it. Kenzie Winder trying to break the full court press put in play by the Sailors. And they do that with ease. Travel called here as Jocelyn Spires, the freshman, gets called for steps. So Katie Lake looking to add on to this 6-point lead. Top of the key, she'll cross over, dish it back out to Harrison. Harrison's going to slow things down, knock it into the corner. Here's Daisy Wilson. Wilson doesn't know where to go with it. That ball's tipped up and into the arms of Erica Simmons. Now it's Epstein getting rattled, and she'll just dump it out to Katie Lake at the top of the key. So Lake, overhead pass, finds Wilson. Now back on the perimeter to Harrison. Epstein with the wide open shot, sends it to Simmons. She walks into it and knocks it down. So the assist will go to Epstein, and Simmons gets the 3. It's a 13-4 game here in the first. Winder to answer. Misses everything. Lake on the rebound. Lake up the side. Lake's going to turn around, give it to Simmons. Simmons at the top of the key. And so the Sailors doing a good job here on the defensive end, but even more so, they are converting the majority of their shots on offense, and a foul is going to be called here. It's a holding call against Kenzie Winder, the sophomore guard. So the Sailors yet again are going to inbound from the far side. Lake is going to send it around the horn, down low to Daisy Wilson. Wilson over to Harrison, to up top to Lake again. Inside finds Epstein. She'll try to post up, and she draws the foul. Rose Epstein heading to the free throw line with 95 seconds to go here in the first. Sailors trying to keep their playoff hopes alive with 4 games left in the season. Before that Battle Mountain game, every single one is a must-win for the Sailors, and they knew that going into the Final Four. They knew that they had to beat Battle Mountain. They knew that they had to beat Glenwood Springs here today. They got to beat Rifle and Summit on the road, and you might as well lock them in for a playoff spot. Epstein from the free throw line again hits that one. So she goes 1 for 2, and it's a 10-point game, 14-4 here at Kelly Meek Gymnasium. Winder near side, now give it over to Jocelyn Spires. They work it around the horn. Glenwood Springs just has not had anything go for them on the offensive end, and Spires can't get that one to fall. So another empty possession for Glenwood Springs as the 17-3 Demons are in a hole right now against the Sailors. Wilson finds Simmons. Simmons with one hand. Under a minute to play now in the first quarter. Wilson puts up a high arcing shot. Rainbows just over the basket. And now quickly on the other end, Mackenzie Winder trying to come in and get something going. She'll get fouled. Is it on the floor? It will be. Glenwood Springs is just going to throw this one in. First foul of the game for the Sailors. That's big time for them, as they've had some foul trouble issues this year, but not this game. As they look inside, Glenwood Springs put up the shot, and finally Quinn Massey, haven't called her name a lot. She had a big game against the Sailors last time, gets that one to go. Make it 14-6 with 37 seconds to play. Simmons to Lake, around the horn, top of the key, back to Simmons. Down low to Lake, she drives with her left, puts up one off the glass, and that one won't go. Massey pulls down the rebound. Jump ball goes with Glenwood. Maddie Moser going to inbound with 20 seconds on the clock. 14-6, Glenwood trails. Moser, got to make quick work. Simmons in her face, gives it up top to Massey. Massey works it down the floor, into the corner. Winder from the baseline, and Winder knocks it home. 14-8, final 5 seconds to play here in the first. Lake at the buzzer, deep 3, and that one won't go. That'll do it for this first quarter of action on 105.7 KTYV and on the World Wide Web at SteamboatRadio.com. I'm Lowen Epstein, and want to say a quick shout out to some of our sponsors here on 105.7 KTYV. Steamboat Ace Hardware, the helpful place for hardware, plumbing, tools, grills, garden, and more, by offering customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. the Paoli Group. If you're searching for your own prime real estate, give them a call at 870-0552. And Celebrations, formerly in Celebrations of Kids, is fun for all ages. Check out the brand new arcade game, 1,600 square foot candy store, and 25 flavors of Hawaiian shaved ice, plus more. Schedule your party today at steamboatcelebrations.com. And so the Sailors looking to expand on their 14-8 lead over the best team in the conference in Glenwood Springs. So the Sailors come back out onto the floor for second quarter action as we get set for more. Weiss is going to inbound it, and it'll be J.C. May bringing it up the floor. Here we go, second quarter, Kelly Meek Gymnasium. Weiss looks inside, finds Epstein. Epstein's going to dump it back out. Little triangle offense here for the Sailors to get us kicked off as Weiss down low again, just going to move it around the horn, runs off the screen, set by May, and it's poked away for a moment. Good defense there from the Demons. May's going to try her shot, sends it over to Harrison. Now Weiss driving in, hook shot like Kareem. That one goes hard off the backboard, dishes it back out to Epstein as they get the rebound. Sailors doing a good job crashing the boards. Weiss walks into a three. That one's off the back iron. Epstein tries to corral the second attempt and will not. So Glenwood Springs going to have a try here. In the corner, it's Natalia Taylor. Top of the key now, it's Maddie Moser. Here's Quinn Massey. That one was halfway down before it came out. And now a foul's going to be called here under the basket. I believe it's going to be Sam Campbell on the shooting foul. Quinn Massey going to head to the free throw line. The senior center shooting a couple. 6-point game. Massey trying to knock that down, make it 5. She hits the first free throw. Weiss, Harrison, Epstein, Campbell, and May, your Sailors on the floor right now. Massey again gets it to fall. So 14-10, and Glenwood Springs finally eclipses the double-digit mark as the Sailors continue to pile it on. And the foul is going to be called against Glenwood Springs. May looks to be a little shaken up there on the play. 14-10. Only the second team foul only 2 team fouls for the Sailors, only the 4th one for Glenwood Springs. Pretty clean game here this afternoon. Weiss inside to Campbell, tipped up and into the arms of Glenwood Springs as Ella Johnson comes away with it. Steal. Johnson down low. Massey trying to make quick work. Wide open into the corner. Finds Natalia Taylor. Back to Massey. Baseline. Hits it. So they go cross court 2 times, and finally Massey's able to knock the shot down. And just like that, it's back to a 2-point game. Glenwood Springs did a good job of climbing back in this one, and now Epstein's going to get it stolen away from her. And again, it's Quinn Massey, and she misses the layup. Moser can't get the second attempt, and the refs are going to wave it off, citing a foul on the floor. And Katie Lake's going to check in for Epstein. The foul goes against Campbell. Glenwood Springs going to inbound it now from their offensive zone. Natalia Taylor to Moser. Kicked ball violation as Shelby Weiss just stuck her leg out and let it hit her foot. So we're back where we started, with Glenwood Springs under their own basket. Up top, finds Ella Johnson. Lines up the tray, no good. Pulled down by the Sailors again, and they're going to call it a jump ball. Should be going back with Steamboat, I assume. No, they're going to say it's Glenwood Springs. And right off the bat, they find Massey for another baseline jumper, and just like that, folks, we're knotted at 14. So Glenwood Springs showing that they can persevere and stay focused even when facing a deficit. They come back, and now the Sailors really have to execute here as they throw it away. Sailors throw it away. Ella Johnson up the floor. She'll call out the play. Katie Lake goes toe-to-toe with her. Johnson sends it to her left, gives it to Natalia Taylor. Now it's stolen away by Campbell. And Campbell just had her arms in the air. Great job of utilizing her reach as she was able to pick that one off. Weiss for three on the other end, and Weiss is going to breathe life into the Sailors' offense as they take a 17-14 lead. To answer on the other end, Moser can't. And once again, the Sailors force Glenwood into an empty possession. 5 minutes to go before halftime. Lake driving. Whistle, travel, turnover Sailors. Natalia Taylor going to inbound. Johnson takes it up the floor. 3-point game here in the second. Top of the key, it's Kate Shanahan. Shanahan dishes it down low. Here come the Demons, turnaround jumper. Shanahan won't hit, and Weiss flies in for the board to clean up the glass. So J.C. May on the opposite end. She'll cross over, split the defense, no look pass, sends it out to Weiss. Stolen away, Natalia Taylor, and that is going to be Glenwood Springs basketball off of Weiss. Big time turnover there, 4:25 to play in the second. Natalia Taylor, the senior. Erica Simmons going to check in here. Sierra Harrison will take a breather. Simmons will be tasked with guarding Taylor, as it'll be Ella Johnson taking up the floor, going head-to-head with Katie Lake. Johnson shakes off Lake, puts up a floater, and teardrops it in off the window. Katie Lake got burned there, and now a physical play as Ziva Caruth just got a little bit too physical with J.C. May. Shoves her out of bounds, and a platoon change here for the Demons as they switch out for their 5 girls. Natalia Taylor going to stay in the game. So the Sailors hanging on to a 1-point lead, 17-16. J.C. May outside to Weiss. Weiss surveys, finds Epstein in the post, ducks under, and puts up a shot. Nice play there from Rose Epstein. Solid post move. And on the other end, she draws the offensive foul. So Rose Epstein doing her best impression of taking a charge. I'm not sure she really sacrificed her body, but the refs gave it to her. And that's another big play from the junior. So Rose Epstein takes the charge, then throws it out of bounds. And Glenwood Springs is going to get it back down by 3. 3:49 to play in the second now. Time running down, it's Maddie Moser. Moser had a big game the last time these two teams faced off. Taylor trying to shake and bake. Gives it onto the perimeter. That one's got too much on it as Jocelyn Spires couldn't hit the 3. Simmons now on the opposite end. They work it around to Shelby Weiss. Weiss is going to jab step, drive the baseline, turn around, find Campbell. Campbell out to May. Simmons, good zone D here from the Demons. Weiss walks into the 3, and Weiss can't hit it. She's 2 for 5 now. Rebound gathered by Simmons. Her shot blocked. Back to May. 3 on the way. And May's able to capitalize on that one. 22-16. Sailors go back up by a handful. Moser needs a response. Taylor gets trapped. Finds Moser. Foul on Weiss. Harrison's going to check in for Epstein. Not sure why they're taking out Epstein. Maybe a little shaken up there. Taylor going to inbound it for the Demons. She calls the play, looks to her left. and finds Kenzie Winder down low. Little give and go, and that's a nice play as Natalia Taylor came back to finish it off. Sailors trying to break the full court press. Good pressure from the Demons. Lake loses it on the ground, and the Demons come away with it. 22-18, it's a 4-point game. Taylor on the baseline, puts up a shot, blocked. Campbell sent that one back into the stands. Stays in bounds, and Simmons is going to recover. Simmons, corner, Campbell, baseline, you bet. And just like that, they go back up by 6. 24-18, Sailors keeping the Demons at arm's distance. Ziva Caruth driving in, and she'll get fouled. It's going to be the 5th team foul for the Sailors. Who do they get for it? J.C. May. Glenwood has 6. 2 minutes to play in the first half. So Glenwood Springs in their offensive zone trying to cut this back down to a 2-possession game. Caruth inbounds, finds Moser, top of the key, 3 on the way. And it was on target, just couldn't quite hit as it goes off the left iron. And now the Sailors get it back as that ball goes out of bounds. Lake looks, running out of time, throws it up and throws it away. Interception from Katie Lake. Glenwood Springs back the other way. Quinn Massey inside, and a foul called there. May went up to block the shot. They're going to get her for the foul. Quinn Massey's going to... Is she going to head to the free throw line, or was it a foul on the floor? They're going to say it was a foul on the floor, so no free throws. And now both teams have 16 fouls on the afternoon. So Glenwood's going to inbound it from the baseline rather than shoot free throws, and they're running out of time now. Jocelyn Spires, and they get a 5-second violation, so the Sailors with a huge defensive stop. Timeout from Coach Ibarra. Crowd loves it. 1 minute, 49 seconds to play here after the timeout. 24-18, and this is a great offensive game from the Sailors. So many times we've seen them struggle to even reach the 20-point mark. So for them to have 24 at halftime, that's a big-time play from the Sailors girls basketball team. And Glenwood Springs, a 30-point favorite last time this team came around Steamboat. Now the tables have turned a little bit as they trail by 6 nearing halftime. Out of the timeout. Campbell on the baseline is going to inbound it. It'll be a full court press put in play by the Demons. If you're the Sailors, you really just want to get out of this half, go to the locker room. No silly mistakes. Can't afford to give any up. And Campbell's going to throw it in. Campbell finds Simmons. Simmons up the middle of the floor, and she's going to draw the reach-in call. Should be a 1-and-1 coming up for her. I'm not sure what Glenwood Springs was doing there, getting a little bit too aggressive, but they're going to send a 80% free throw shooter to the line now for a 1-and-1. Interesting series of events, a little too aggressive from the Demons. So Simmons, with a chance to extend the lead even further, misses the free throw, gets her own rebound, and Quinn Massey's able to rip that one away and then throw it out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by the Sailors, though, even though Massey threw it out, and so the Demons get it back somehow. Massey, coast to coast, kicks it out. Moser on the perimeter, over to Ella Johnson. Johnson going head-to-head with little Erica Simmons, as she's just going to hand this one off over to Jocelyn Spires. Spires, the freshman, finds the senior Massey inside, and she'll drop that one in for 2. On the floor, Katie Link gets the loose ball, 24-20, excuse me. And now another timeout's going to be called by the Sailors as they were struggling to break that full court press. And we'll take another moment to say a shout out to some of our sponsors here on 105.7 KTYV. Hot Stuff Hearth and Home, is locally owned and operated, featuring all things heat, fireplaces, stoves, outdoor living, and more, and always quality expert service. Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rentals. Friends coming to town. Call us at 970-879-8000 for the Locals Connection discount. And Mountain Mattress and Furniture, located on Loggers Lane, offering the best prices and service without leaving the valley. Shop local, sleep great. Sailors in a tight one. 24-20. Glenwood Springs doing all they can to get back into this game. There's a sense of patience and poise, I think, from the Demons, though. They're not looking flustered. They're not looking nervous. Even at times when they were down by double digits, they still hung in there. And I'm very impressed with the maturity level of this team as they look to try to tie this one back up before halftime. 1 minute, 12 seconds to go in the second quarter. 24-20 Sailors lead. Here's Weiss. Weiss gives it to Simmons. Now Simmons works it up the floor to Katie Lake. Lake's going to step back with it. Far side, top corner. Now it's Simmons. Top of the key, here's Weiss. Weiss is going to get guarded by Ella Chapman. Turn around, get the play from Ibarra. She drives in, finds Harrison on the outside. Harrison with her right hand is going to dance around with it. Massey guarding her. Harrison finds Lake. Lake falls, and she's going to get called for a travel. J.C. May checks back in. Lake comes out. 45 seconds on the clock. Let's see if Glenwood Springs can add insult to injury here as they try to tie this one back up. Finds Quinn Massey for the jump ball. Massey gets it back to Chapman. Chapman in the corner. Now finds Spires. Spires the freshman. Chapman around. Works it to Moser. Moser inside. Finds Chapman. Spires back out to Massey. 27 seconds on the clock, and Glenwood Springs pulls it out. Quinn Massey splitting the defense. Driving in with the right hand, and she draws the foul. Goes against Campbell, I believe. So Campbell gets caught for the reach. And now both teams have 7 fouls. 1 and 1 for Quinn Massey, and she hits the first. Make it a 3-point game. Trying to close the lead down to just 1 bucket. Massey will not. 3-point game. And it's going to be J.C. May up the floor now with 17 seconds on the clock. Let's see if the Sailors take the final shot of this one. Simmons to Weiss. They work it around. 10 seconds on the clock, and the countdown commences. Weiss from way downtown. That one's off the backboard and out. Chapman comes away with it. She's got time. Puts up a shot at the buzzer and hits it. And is that going to be a 3-pointer? Let's wait and see. Chapman at the buzzer. Did they give her 3? They do, and so the Sailors are going to head into the locker room tied at 24 after leading by as much as 10 during this first half. Fun game here on 105.7 KTYV and on the World Wide Web at SteamboatRadio.com. Once again, I'm Lowen Epstein. We'll see you after the break.
Hi, this is Grace. My parents own Hot Stuff Hearth & Home and proudly support the Steamboat Sailors. We feature all things heat, fireplaces, stoves, outdoor living, and more. Call them today at 879-7614 to schedule a service appointment with one of our expert technicians or a free in-home estimate for a whole new look. Hot Stuff loves my Steamboat Sailors basketball and is happy to keep this valley safe and warm. Hot Stuff Hearth & Home, located just off Highway 40 next to Walgreens. Go Sailors!
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdowns. Dances.
It's time now for your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
Hi, my name is J.C. May, and I'm a senior at the Steamboat Springs High School. My number is 21, and I play point guard. I've been playing basketball since 3rd grade. I also like to play lacrosse. Outside of school and sports, I'm also involved in 4-H. I'd like to go to college in Wyoming. I would like to play basketball in Wyoming if I could, but if not, it's not the end of the world. In 10 years, I see myself with a job, living on my own. My favorite subject in school is math, and my favorite movie is Pirates of the Caribbean. I like this movie because of the drama. So this summer, I raised a 4-H market swine named Ron, and I won reserve champion at the Rock County Fair. And as well, I went to 4 different basketball camps, all through PGC, which is Point Guard College Camp, in Boulder, Greeley, and 2 other places. I also went fishing a lot, just as Stagecoach and Steamboat, Lake, and the river. My goal for this season is to create a positive environment for my peers and my community, and my goals for life are to strive. What I will remember most about being a sailor is the community. Once again, I'm JC May. I'm a senior at Steamboat Springs High School, and I am proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
Managing local land involves balancing resources such as agriculture, water, and wildlife. I'm Brian Ripley, and I have over 16 years of experience managing ranch resources as your neighbor here in Routt County. I'm the Ranch and Rural Property Specialist for the Paoli Group with the support of Colorado Group Realty. Put your trust in someone that has the practical experience and knowledge to help you with all of your ranch, rural, and equine property needs. I aspire to help you reach all of your real estate goals. I'm Brian Ripley, and you can find me at thepaoligroup.com in the Ranch Division.
This is Skip Beardorf from Alpine Lumber here in Steamboat Springs. Alpine Lumber is a Colorado company that is committed to being the best supplier of materials and related services to the professional builder and homeowner throughout the Yampa Valley, offering lumber and building materials, hardware, paints, and stains. And we are proud to support Sailors Basketball. Easy to find Alpine Lumber, located on Pine Grove Road past Walgreens. Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, contractor's choice, the homeowner's.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff. But still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed. And they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
It's time now for your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
My name is Kellen Adams, and I'm a sophomore. I'm number 10. I play point guard, and I've been playing for 10 years. I also like to play lacrosse, and I run cross country. Outside of school and sports, I like to fish. I'm not 100% sure where I'd like to go to college, but I know I want to go to a 4-year school. I'm not 100% sure if I would like to play college sport or not. In 10 years, I see myself with a girlfriend and a nice job. My favorite subject in school is math because it's the subject I understand the most. My favorite movie is Horrible Bosses. I like this movie because it's very funny and I like the comedy in it. Last summer, I went to a fishing trip in Honduras with my friend and hung out at the river and played a lot of spike ball. My goals for the season is to become a better player and improve my game. My goals for life are to have a successful job and family. What I remember most about being a sailor is the brotherhood and the friends I made on this team. My name is Kellen Adams. I'm a sophomore, and I'm proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
Hey, Sailor basketball fans, PJ Wharton of Yampa Valley Bank here to thank you for supporting our hometown basketball team. Yampa Valley Bank is proud to support all of our student athletes and to sponsor this broadcast of Steamboat Sailors basketball. On KTYV, Sports on FM, Steamboat High School Athletics are an example of our genuine hometown. Yampa Valley Bank, genuine hometown banking. Enjoy the game and go Sailors!
I'm Terry.
And this is Phil from Russell's Auto Salon.
If you need help with your auto collision repair, we make it easy. Just bring me an email and a claim number, and I'll take care of the rest.
Russell's Auto Salon, Colorado's premier collision center, leading the industry in technology, where we've gone green with Enviro-based paint, and we are proud supporters of Steamboat Sailors Sports.
Russell's Auto Salon, where we always meet by accident. 879-1515.
Russell's Auto Salon.
879-1515.
The team of Mountain View Car Wash and Detailing Professionals is proud to be supporting Sailor Sports this season. Whether a basic wash or a full detail, we know that the key to providing you with excellent service is teamwork and attention to detail. So while the Sailors are focusing on cleaning up the competition this season, we'll be focusing on cleaning up your vehicle. With affordable washes and a wide variety of detail services, we have the game plan to fit your budget and needs. We are located at the corner of Highway 40 and Trafalgar Drive. Mountain View Car Wash, where there are no Hail Marys, just awesome touchdown dances.
It's time now for your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM.
My name is James Bogan. I am a senior. My number is 32. My position is a shooting guard. I've been playing basketball for 6 years. I also run cross country and track. Outside of school and sports, I'm also involved in my church as a leader for the younger kids. I like to go to college at University of Wyoming after 2 years at Colorado Northwestern Community College. I will not be playing any sports in college. I will just try and get my degree. I see myself in 10 years as being a game warden or any parks and wildlife officer. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite movie is Jurassic Park, the original. I like this movie because it's a original movie that I just enjoy. Last summer I worked at an Autobot store to work off my car, and I ran cross country to help myself. My goal for this season is just have a fun time. What I will remember most about the Sailors is how oriented we are as a team program. We don't see ourselves as individuals or seniors. We all see ourselves as sailors, and that helps us. James Bogan, senior, proud to be a sailor.
That was your Steamboat Sailor Spotlight on 105.7 KTYV Sports on FM. Steamboat Sailors Basketball on KTYV Sports on FM is brought to you by
Valley Bank, Hot Stuff, Hearth at Home, Alpine Lumber, Celebration, Mountain View Car Wash, Steamboat Ace Hardware, Russell's Auto Salon, Mountain Mattress and Furniture, Steamboat Resorts by Wyndham Vacation Rental, and the Paley Group with Colorado Group Realty.
Steamboat Sailors Basketball on KTYV Sports on FM at 105.7 and SteamboatRadio.com.
Now let's go to the booth for the call of Steamboat Sailors Basketball.
Overly focused. It's far from the time to rest now. That's the mentality for both these teams as they come back out onto the floor to start this second half. Tied at 24. It was a very exciting first half, one in which the Sailors led by as many as 10 points. And the Demons were able to claw their way back into it late in the fourth quarter. Epstein, her shot goes straight up in the air. Good defense there from the Demons. And the Sailors get another turnover right now. So Shelby Weiss going to get us started off here as she tries to dump it inside to Sam Campbell. Just a little bit over her head as the Demons are going to get it back and inbound it here. 24-24 at Kelly Meade Gymnasium. Playoff implications on the line. 17-3 the Demons are. Sailors looking to get their 9th win of the season. One that would keep them in playoff contention, assuming that they beat Rifle and Summit next week. Shelby Weiss going to inbound it from the baseline. Weiss looks over, finds Epstein. Epstein, little give and go as her and Weiss run the two-man game up the floor. And now she gives it over to Erica Simmons. Simmons walks into a deep two, floats that one up in the air, and that one goes out of bounds. Demons get it back. First minute run off here in the third. Glenwood Springs, it's Ella Johnson. Johnson going coast to coast, dishes it at the last moment. Quinn Massey is going to give the Demons their first lead since the first quarter. 26-24 now, 2-point game. Weiss runs into a heap of trouble, gives it out to Harrison from the baseline to respond, and she can't. Foul called here. Goes against the Sailors. It'll be against Rose Epstein. It's a holding call. First one of the half. Rose Epstein, her first foul of the game, actually, as Glenwood Springs is going to inbound it. Johnson and Moser running the two-man game. They bring it up the floor. Here's Natalia Taylor. Taylor getting guarded by the senior Sierra Harrison. She dips it inside, finds Moser on the perimeter. Now Taylor again with her right hand, pulls up from 10 feet and splashes that one home. And just like that, it's a 4-point game to get this one started off. Epstein dribbles it off her knee. That one goes out of bounds, and Glenwood Springs is going to have another opportunity here in the third quarter. Epstein palms up, complaining to Coach Ibarra. She thinks there should have been a foul called, as do I. And now Taylor's going to inbound it from the near side. Taylor looks over, finds her teammate. That's Gracie Dietrich. Dietrich loses it for a moment, picks it up off the floor. One-hand pass sent into the corner. Ella Chapman back to Dietrich, slapped away by Epstein, and they get it back. So Epstein's going to get credit for the steal. 28-24. Sailors need a bucket. Basketball is indeed a game of runs, and the Sailors have had a notorious reputation for going on long runs and then giving up points when it really matters. Here we go again. Ella Johnson, wide open layup. Nobody was there, and the Sailors just get beat on the fast break. If I'm Coach Ibarra, I'm probably looking to take a timeout. Epstein almost just threw it away again. JC May inbounds. She'll come in the game for Shelby Weiss. May's going to find Erica Simmons. Simmons gives it over to May, near side top corner. Now at the top of the key, here we go again. Sailors looking for answers. 6-point deficit here. Erica Simmons. May for three. That one's off. Chased down by Taylor. She's got a chance here. Finds Moser on the outside. Now Ella Johnson back inside to Quinn Massey, and she just has been a force thus far. And I'm at a loss for words right now. The Sailors come out and give up 8 straight points. 32-24, the Sailors trail for the biggest time this game, also the first time this game, as Epstein having some words with Coach Ibarra, looking to clean up her game a little bit here in the third. 4:54 to play. Reminder that after this game, the Sailors boys basketball team will also be taking on Glenwood Springs in what should be a fun one. Another game that has huge playoff implications depending on which way that goes. Boys with 10 wins on the year looking to win out the rest of the way. So here we go for the Demons. As they drop on the defensive end, the Sailors looking to put up some points. Katie Lake looks over, finds Harrison in the defensive end. Sailors got to clear the ball. Here's Erica Simmons. Sailors looking to bring it up the floor. Katie Lake now, top of the key, moving left to right on your radio dial. She'll stutter with the 2 knee braces, send it back down low to May. Now up top to Simmons. She tries the 3, no good, and towering over everybody is Campbell, going up for the second attempt. She can't get it to fall, and finally a foul is going to be called here, but it goes against the Sailors. It's Erica Simmons with her second one. Big defensive possession coming up for Steamboat. They need a stop here against Glenwood. They gave it to her. She takes the shot. That was Maddie Moser wide open, and she can't hit it, but Massey gets the second attempt to fall, and Chapman steals the inbounds pass. Luckily, she airballed the shot. Katie Lake gets it back, and here come the Sailors. 24-34. It's a 10-point game. Massey intercepts it, and just like that, the Sailors floundering here in the third. Taylor, baseline, outside, Massey stutter steps, pulls up from range, no good. Second attempt, can't fall either. Sailors need to clear the boards. Chapman again, and she gets it to go. Wow. They're falling apart here in the third, 12-point game. Unable to get a rebound, unable to get a shot off. Need to slow things down. Here's Simmons. Gives it to J.C. May. May down low. Bounces it in the air. Harrison almost loses it. And guess who it is? It's Ella Johnson with another takeaway. Johnson to Massey down low. And a travel's going to be called on Quinn Massey. Big break for the Sailors there. Rose Epstein's going to check back in the game. Campbell will check out. So it looks like Coach Ibarra wants to run with a smaller lineup now, as Lake looks to inbound it. Katie Lake running out of time, throws it away, and the shot's going to be missed off the steal from Jocelyn Spires. Natalia Taylor gets the rebound, and Glenwood Springs continuing to handle it on offense. Epstein dives for the steal, loses it, it's on the floor. When are they going to call a jump ball? It's a foul, or rather, a pushing call, and they get Epstein. That is unbelievable. I can't believe that they just called a foul on Epstein for that. So the pushing call goes against Rose Epstein. It'll be her second of the game, even though she had the ball in her hands. And now Taylor's going to dish this one inside. What a nice pass, as she's able to locate Kate Shanahan for two more. Here's Epstein looking for anything. Throws it away. Lake gets it back. 38-24. It's a 14-point game now. Sailors need to do something here. Holy mackerel. They're throwing this game away. Turnover there from Simmons. Ziva Caruth gets it. 38-24. Glenwood Springs storming into Kelly Meek right now. They're on a roll. Here's Jordan Spires, the freshman. Natalia Taylor up top to Shanahan. And a foul's going to be called here. Is it off ball? And it will be. Erica Simmons is going to get the illegal screen call. And Glenwood Springs is going to throw it in from their offensive zone again. Third one against Simmons. 14-point game, 2:15 to play in the third. This is unbelievable. The Sailors were up by as many as 10 points. And that was not that much. That was not that long ago. Three ball on the way. Ziva Caruth can't hit. And a whistle's going to be called here. It's a push against Kate Shanahan, so the Sailors get a break and get the ball back. Have to convert on this next possession if you're Steamboat. May inbounding. And they throw it away. That's Harrison, the senior. Just mental blunders, minuscule errors for the Sailors compiling up. And now they find themselves trailing by 14 points. Where did they go wrong? Yet to score in this second half. And we're 6 minutes in. This is the droughts that I'm talking about. These are the runs that I'm talking about that the Sailors have had issues with so many times this year. They're hot and cold. Natalia Taylor on offense for the Demons. She's going to tell everyone to clear out. Dishes it over to Jordan Spires. Spires, the freshman, now finds Kenzie Winder. Back to Spires. Here's Ziva Caruth. Ella Johnson handling in the corner. Caruth inside, dumps it off, finds Winder up top. Taylor for three, and that one's got too much on it. Over the back call, should be against the Demons, and it will be. It's a push. They get Kate Shanahan for that. She was going up to chase the rebound. Weiss is going to inbound it now. Quinn Massey comes back in the game. Hadley Yellico will check back out. Sailors moving it up the floor. Stole it away again. I can't believe this. Chubby Weiss just threw it away again, and now the Demons draw another foul. So they get Katie Lake on the push, and the Demons have it back in the offensive zone. Horrific collapse here in the third for the Sailors. Massey, deep two, no good. Out of bounds, stays with, they're going to say it was touched by Glenwood, so Steamboat gets it back. An implosion here in the third. Let's see if the Sailors can fix it. Katie Lake works it up the floor. This full court press, I got to tell you, has worked wonders for the Demons. They have forced so many turnovers off of that play. Head coach Rhonda Moser, the mom of Maddie Moser, doing a good job there on the sidelines for Glenwood Springs. Sailors throw it away again. 38-24, 56 seconds now to play here in the third. It's Kenzie Winder. Got to understand, this is huge for the Sailors. If they lose this game, that will basically eliminate them from playoff contention. Becomes a lost season at that point. Not necessarily a lost season. It was definitely one for the books, but being knocked out of playoff contention, hard for anybody, even if you are coming off of a one-win year. Sailors with 8 wins trying to look for their 9th against the Demons here this afternoon, and a whistle's going to be called here. So it's a pushing call against Ziva Caruth. It looks like an off-ball foul. Sailors get it. Here's Katie Lake. 38-24. 40 seconds to play in the third. And they throw it away again. Weiss just lets that one go through her hands. Demons get it back, and Massey's going to try to get that one for 2. Caruth gets the rebound, dishes it back to Massey, and finally she's able to get it to fall. And a subliminal third quarter from this Glenwood Springs team. And just 2 different directions in this third quarter. Just, you have to understand, both of these teams were tied at 24 at halftime. And after 3, it's 40-24. Glenwood leading the way. Inside they go again. Tipped up. Taylor gets it back. Taylor lines up the 2, and Taylor splashes it home. Final 10 seconds in the third. And the Sailors girls did not score for the entirety of this third quarter. They did not score a single point. They went into halftime tied at 24, and they will end the third quarter down 42-24. That'll do it after 3. An unbelievable turnaround for the Glenwood Springs Demons and an improbable implosion for the Steamboat Springs Sailors. I'm Lowen Epstein on 105.7 KTYV. Sailors girls head in their hands right now, just unable to really comprehend what just happened. A heck of a run from the Demons, and you've got to give credit to their coach, Rhonda Moser, as she obviously said something in the locker room that got them sparked up. Coach Ibarra, on the other hand, trying to reconcile with his girls as they're not out of it yet. We just saw what Glenwood Springs was able to do in one quarter. There's no reason to think the Sailors couldn't as well. It's going to be a tough task, though, and the sad thing is with this loss, the Sailors will most likely be eliminated from playoff contention, barring any miraculous miracles. And phenomenal season it has been for the Steamboat girls, no matter what happens. 8 wins on the year, looking for their 9th. Still 2 games left in the year against Rifle on the road and against Summit County on the road as well. So here we go. 4th and final frame here at Kelly Meek. Sailors trail 42-24. And immediately Glenwood Springs throws it out of bounds. Sign that things could be looking on the up for the Sailors. Weiss inbounds. Gives it over to Campbell. Campbell's going to turn away from the defender. Now bring it up the far side. Goes behind her back. Sends it over to Erica Simmons. Simmons top of the key. Down low. Here's May for deep three. That one's got too much on it. And it'll go out of bounds. Glenwood Springs going to get it back. I think if you're the Sailors, you need to focus on getting the ball into the hands of your shooters, because now the thing about being down by this much is you're unable to play a conservative game like they were doing. The Sailors just got a little bit too flustered and started giving the ball away. The first half they played a very conservative game. They were making their passes. They barely had any turnovers. They only had one foul. I mean, it was near perfect basketball. I just don't understand how this happened where they come back out and give up 18 consecutive points. It's just mind-blowing to me as Glenwood Springs continues to work it on the offensive zone. Inside, here's Ella Johnson. She puts up a shot, and that one goes. Ella Johnson having a great game, and just like that, it's a 20-point game, 44-24. In the corner, it's Weiss. Up top, it's Simmons. They work it around. May for three, and that won't go too short. Glenwood Springs gets it back. Sailors trailing by 20 points, and what is going to be the final home game of the year and one play for the Demons, as Jocelyn Spires, the freshman, haven't seen her score yet today, but she just got her first bucket of the game, and she's going to try to make it a three-point play at the free throw line. It's Jocelyn Spires. Won't go. Gathered by Campbell. Like I was saying, the Sailors girls in the midst of a historical season. The best they've done since 2006-2007 when they won 10 games. Sitting at 8 now, haven't been over the 5-win mark since 2010. And missed shots all around for the Sailors. Saved by the Demons. Epstein drives in and can't convert the layup, but she'll shoot two off the free throws. 6:02 to play left in this one. Let's see if Epstein can put a dent in the 22-point deficit. And it was not Epstein, excuse me, it was Campbell drawing the foul. Rose was the one who shot the ball. I'm not sure what the referee's going for here. But a timeout from Coach Ibarra here on 105.7 KTYV and on your World Wide Web at SteamboatRadio.com. If you're just joining us, I'm Lowen Epstein. A third quarter embarrassment for the Sailors. They were tied with Glenwood Springs at 24 going into halftime. They come out of halftime. They play the 8-minute third quarter. That is Colorado High School basketball. And they find themselves down after three, 42-24. It really was unbelievable. One heck of an adjustment from Glenwood Springs. And now the Sailors are looking for answers as they try to come back late in this one. Saturday afternoon. Warm, sunny day here in Steamboat Springs. As the boys are warming up on the opposite end of the gym, they'll play Glenwood Springs directly after this. And the free throws coming for Sam Campbell. Interesting call here. Epstein was the one who took the shot, but Campbell is the one who's going to shoot the free throws. I believe the foul, I'm not sure what the foul is, because if it was a rebounding foul, it would have been on the floor, and Campbell would not be shooting free throws. I think the refs made an error. as she makes the first one. Campbell, second one on the way, and she hits it. So she'll make the lead back down to 20 again, 46-26 with 6 minutes to play. Ella Johnson going to work it inside. Find Maddie Moser. Moser can't get the shot to go. It's on the floor. J.C. May loses it, and a whistle called here. I believe it's going to be a jump ball rewarded to the Sailors. And now they're going to say it's actually going to be a 1-and-1. So the foul is going to be the 7th for the Demons in this half. And J.C. May will shoot a 1-and-1 at the free throw line. Down by 20. Missed it. Rebound, Gracie Dietrich. She'll bring it up the floor, far side, inside. Back out to Johnson. Ella Johnson steps away from a defender, thought about lining up the tray. Instead, she's just going to dish it back to Ziva Caruth. Caruth inside. Simmons is going to get credit for the steal. Simmons has it poked away, and that ball is going to go out of bounds. 5:26 left to play in the ball game. 20 points here at Kelly Meek. Inbound Sailors, 3 on the way. Simmons can't get that one to fall as it bounces along the rim for a moment. Now a whistle's going to be called here. They're going to get him for a jump ball, and it should be awarded back to Steamboat. So indeed it will be. It'll be Shelby Weiss inbounding it from the baseline. Epstein runs off the pick, and Weiss misses her. It's all the way on the other end of the floor, and Ella Johnson can't complete the wide open layup. Epstein inside again on the other end. Fast break attempt, and that's Shelby Weiss getting it home for 2. Good assist from Epstein as the unselfish play results in 2 more for the Sailors. 46-28. Epstein in the paint. Trying to play defense. She gets it away from Dietrich for a moment. Dietrich in the corner getting bothered by Epstein. Cross-court pass and a timeout from Glenwood Springs. Leading by 18. 4 minutes, 43 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Sailors girls trying their best to pull off what would be a subliminal miracle. Nothing that I have ever seen in my years of calling this girls basketball team. Coach Ibarra having some words as it looks like Epstein, Harrison, Campbell, May, and Weiss are going to be your 5 on the floor for Steamboat. I want to say a quick shout out to some of our sponsors here on 105.7 KTYV and on the World Wide Web at steamboatradio.com. Yampa Valley Bank, the Yampa Valley's only locally owned bank, member FDIC, Alpine Lumber, employee owned and operated, the contractor's choice, the homeowner's friend. Mountain View Car Wash, helping the Sailors clean the competition. Between Town and McDonald's on Highway 40, and Russell's Auto Salon, your premier full-service auto body shop where you always meet by accident. Again, Russell's Auto Salon. Call 879-1515. That's 879-1515. Platoon change here for the Demons as they're going to switch out for their 5 as Jocelyn Spires attending a meeting at the free throw line. She'll have a couple. And that one misses, so Spires goes 0 for 2 from the line. Sailors get it back, down 46-28. 4.5 to play. It's J.C. May, top of the key. May's going to drive in with her right hand, split the defense, jump cut, and lose the ball. And quickly now it's Maddie Moser on the other end. Moser all the way in. Finds Kenzie Winder. Winder falling away is going to get the pass off. It's a play on from the referee, and now Moser at the top of the key dancing versus May. Outside to Ziva Caruth. Caruth shifts it back to Winder. Top of the key now, it's going to be Massey. Inside, Caruth posting up. And that one won't go high off the glass. Saved by Campbell. So the rebound by the Sailors as they've done a better job of cleaning up the boards here late in the fourth. May's going to drive in and drop that home for two. J.C. May showing some aggressiveness as they cut it to 16. On the other end, another empty possession for Glenwood Springs as Kenzie Winder is going to miss the shot. And a timeout called here. Excuse me, not a timeout, it's a foul. And it's going to be against Kenzie Winder, her 5th of the game. She'll foul out. Winder, with 3:26 to play, is going to foul out of this one. Kenzie Winder, the sophomore guard. Can't believe it. And she sends Campbell to the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1, trying to cut this lead down to 14. Campbell hits it. 3.5 to play. It's very doable. Sailors just need to be perfect from here on out if they want to win this game. Campbell again. Won't hit. 15-point game. Saved by the Sailors as Ella Johnson. I'm not sure why she touched that ball right before it went out of bounds, but it almost looked like she did it purposely. That was very comedic. Here we go. Sailors driving in. May trying to do it herself. Dishes it around the horn. In the corner, it's Harrison. Now up top to May again. May top of the key. Timeout, Coach Ibarra. And George Ibarra is going to draw something up for his girls. Coach Ibarra, a great coach. I'm a big fan of him. He's actually just took the job to become the next high school coach of the Steamboat Springs baseball team, too. He will be the new head coach of Steamboat Springs baseball this spring. Coach Ibarra. Coaching just runs in his blood. His son, Austin Ibarra, a player in this Steamboat Springs program as well. He's on the varsity team. And you talk to these girls about Coach Ibarra, and I remember calling these games 2-3 years ago, and there was not a lot of good things to say about him, and those were the dark days when the girls were winning 1 or 2 games a year. And this season, man, has it been a culture shock as he completely changed around this program. And in turn, it has resulted in this Sailors team getting 8 wins this year and having really their best year in well over a decade. Let's see if they can close it out strong here today. Weiss in the corner. Top of the key, it's Katie Lake. Little horn defense here as they just work it around the shell. It's Lake at the top of the key. Zone defense for the Demons. 3 on the way, and Sailors can't beat it. Rebound, Glenwood Springs. Johnson's going to slow down. Johnson sends it away. Wide open 3 for Spires. She decided not to shoot it. Instead, Quinn Massey with the turnaround jumper in the post. Missed everything there. Little stop and go from Lake. She dances up the floor, trying to beat this zone coverage. And in order to do so, you just got to move the ball as fast as you can. It was a style that was really invented back in the 60s, but pioneered actually in the mid-2000s with Coach Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs. That was really the revolutionary time in which coaches began to find efficient ways to beat the zone defense. Coach Ibarra taking a little page out of his book as Weiss at the free throw line. She had the foul called against her, and Natalia Taylor gets the rebound. Taylor in the corner. Chapman lines it up. Caruth now back to Taylor. She's going to send it back to Caruth. Two-man game, the three on the way. That one won't go. Rebound, Moser. Back to Taylor. Dishes it out, and travel called on Glenwood Springs. 46-31. It's a 15-point game. Couple big shots, and you're right back in this one. Let's see if the Sailors can pull it away. Lake loses it, and it's out of bounds. Stays with Steamboat. And really, I think that is one of the bigger issues that this Sailors team has endured this year. A matter of passing the ball accurately and consistently. There's a lot of times where you see the Sailors get stuck up within themselves, and in turn they throw away a pass that might not be the best option, or it might be too fast, or it just might not be the place for it. And that's what creates turnovers, and that's what happened to the Sailors here in the third quarter. Final 1:31 to play. Johnson driving. She'll put up a shot, no good. Ziva Caruth with 80 seconds to play. Stolen away by Weiss for a moment. It's on the floor. No one seems to know where it is, and a foul's going to be called here. It's a pushing call against Natalia Taylor, so Shelby Weiss is going to head to the free throw line for a 2-and-2. Now, since the Sailors are actually in the double bonus, Glenwood Springs getting their 10th foul of the game, of the half, rather. So Weiss makes the first free throw, cuts it down to 14. Looks like it's going to be too little too late here with only 1:16 to play. Weiss misses the second one. Natalia Taylor pulls it away. Taylor turning on the Jets as she dishes it all the way down to Ziva Caruth, and Caruth draws the foul. Foul's going to be called against Sam Campbell. That's her second of the game. And Ziva Caruth going to try to hammer the final couple of nails in here, as Glenwood Springs is going to move on to 18-3 on the year. They will officially lock up the conference. They will be heading to the playoffs, so congrats to the Demons as the playoffs await. And a lot of home games, too, it's looking like, as they're going to be a high seed in this one. One of the better teams in the state. Glenwood Springs ranked number 7 right now for 4A. They're a solid team, and the thing is that the Sailors played them tight all the way till halftime. It was 24-24 at halftime. And the third quarter, the Sailors proceeded to just turn the ball over and miss shots, and before we knew it, it was a 20-point game, and now we're sitting here, it's 46-32 as the final 60 seconds run off here. Erica Simmons going to be at the free throw line as she got fouled coming up the near side. Simmons' first one is going to be a miss. Jocelyn Spires checks back into the game, the lone freshman on this varsity team for Glenwood. Simmons will have one more. And that one's off the front iron. Taylor